The state as it is today, the overblown nature of the state today, the overreach of the state today, what do you think that they'd be teaching our kids in public schools? Probably the things that are in accordance with what they're doing. The Supreme Court cannot make law. If you look at our Constitution, Congress makes law, not the Supreme Court. And so the Supreme Court offered a terrible bootleg opinion in the 1970s. It was wrong at its basis. It's easily disproved today. It was a terrible court opinion. By the way, this needs to be heard. Because we talk about we need to get Republican judges on the Supreme Court. We need to get conservatives on the Supreme Court. Who do you think gave us Roe v. Wade? Republican judges.
Right.
All right? So that when we start talking about we just need to get Republican judges and conservatives on the court, that's who gave us Roe v. Wade. And so you need to hear that. And courts can't make laws. Supreme Court does not create law. So when someone says, what about Roe v. Wade? The states have the power and responsibility to interpose between these children and an out-of-control, wrong court opinion. The Supreme Court cannot make law. And so the states have the right to actually create a barrier between a murderous state and federal government and these children. They do it all the time now. Just think for a second about Colorado. Colorado says, go pound sand to the federal government with its drug laws. So does Washington. So does Arizona. So does California. And do I need to keep going? Or how about the states that actually have defied federal law when it comes to sanctuary cities? Sanctuary cities. Federal law says A, about undocumented immigrants, and the states have said, well, we'll set up sanctuary cities. So one of the things Pastor John said before his city council is that you as city council have the obligation and the power to create a sanctuary city here for unborn children. Create a sanctuary city the same way New York has done with undocumented immigrants, the same way California has done in some cities with undocumented immigrants. Create a sanctuary city as civil magistrates to protect these children. Ban and criminalize abortion in your city. If someone says, well, that's really courageous, I would say that's what we need today is courageous men and women who are willing to stand up for these children.